Hello everyone, this is Tamas and Kristine.
And you're listening to Love's Fire.
So in Ephesians 3, this is one of Paul's prayers, and he says in verse 16, he's praying that God would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might through his Spirit in the inner man, that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you being rooted and grounded in love. So the first step, the foundation is Christ dwelling in our hearts through faith, that whether we feel him or not, he's there as believers. And so that's our faith, that his love is the same, and we're connected to him regardless of circumstances or feelings.
Yeah.
And on top of that, that you being rooted and grounded in love, knowing his love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the width, the length, the depth, and the height. This is so just an interesting side note, amazing side note. He's praying for the Ephesians church here, but then in the middle of the prayer for the Ephesians church, he starts praying for all the saints, the whole body of Christ. So that they may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the width, the length, the depth, the height, to know the love of Christ, which passes knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. And so he's saying that you would know, that word for know is experientially know the love of Christ. So yes, we need to have faith in his love, regardless of feelings, and whether there or not, we have to know in faith that he loves us. But he also wants us from that place, from that secure place of faith, he also wants us to experience him.
Yeah.
And so that, realizing that I could and should experience him every day was amazing for me. And again, I'm not putting that on everyone else, because I don't know, that was a good thing for me with where I was in my walk with God.
Yeah.
And so I'm not trying to put that on everyone else, but for me, that's what he told me. And so what that meant was it helped ensure that my heart engaged with God every day, that I wasn't just going through the motions, that if in my time, my set aside time for that, for to be with him, that I hadn't, experienced him or felt like I'd really engaged with him like I wanted to, I wouldn't stop because my time is up. I would keep going until I broke through, so to speak. And so that was one of the game changers for me.
Yeah. It reminds me, there's a spontaneous song I've heard recently when listening to Upper Room. And the phrase was, I won't bring anything less than my heart connecting to you. And so it's just like, that is the goal as we spend time with Jesus, or if we're in the Bible, to know that we're not encountering just a book, we're encountering a man. Yeah. And because Jesus is the Word made flesh. And so as we're reading the Bible, we are encountering Jesus. And so as we're in our times of prayer and our devotional times, that we wouldn't bring anything less than our heart connecting with him. And so we're not just trying to read it with our mind or pray to him in our mind, but connect to him with our hearts.
Yeah.